Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hope you guys are all doing well. Today's video, I have a very interesting shoe. I'm going to be reviewing the Air Jordan 1 Elevate Low. But before we start today's video, if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe. I usually drop around 2 videos a week, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. So before we do the big reveal, we're just gonna do boxing as usual. This kind of reminds me of a normal Jordan 1 box, but we've got a small little logo instead of usually we have the huge logo here. This is the box that we're used to seeing, but they've kind of made it like this, which I think is really cute. So guys, here we have the Air Jordan 1 Elevate Low. I will let you guys take a quick first look before we start getting into the finer details of it. Instantly when I saw it, obviously it is a Jordan 1, but it's giving me Air Force 1 vibes. I feel like loads and loads of companies these days are taking a shoe, the main kind of silhouette, the original silhouette, and then they're just adding a platform and it becomes a completely different shoe that they can obviously sell. So obviously as well, platforms are really in as well, but this is quite a thick platform. I think later on I will give it a measure as well, because I do usually get a lot of questions on how high the platform actually is. One interesting thing about these is that it actually comes with like this kind of like leaflet book that actually tells you about the shoes. So as I said, in terms of the actual shoe, for me it literally does look like a Jordan 1 with a platform, but we're kind of going to go look into the finer details and see if there is any actual kind of differences to a normal 1 Jordan Low other than the platform. This shoe is made up of the normal leather that we do see in the Jordan 1s. This colorway was called Onyx. Absolutely love this color. It's kind of like a beige, a really light beige, absolutely stunning. They also do have a grey pair of these, like a light grey as well, which is also nice, but I actually did prefer these. We have normal white laces as well. It does tell me in this booklet that they have used staggered eyelets, but for me literally looks exactly the same as normal Jordan 1s. One thing that is completely different is that we have no tongue tag, which is really weird. They've kind of put the stitching there where the tongue tag should be, but there is no tongue tag whatsoever. I actually really like that, and it does look really clean. The tongue is made up of leather as well. If we move around to the back of the shoe, again we've got the stitching of where the logo should supposedly be, but we have no logo. I do feel like this gives off like a very clean look. Also towards the bottom of the shoe as well, we have this rubber Jordan logo as well, which is a nice touch, which kind of goes over the whole of the platform section. If we do move on to inside the shoe, we have a padded collar, which feels absolutely amazing in this suede material. And then you will notice that we actually have a cork sock liner. This provides natural shock absorption and helps keep odor at bay because it has antimicrobial properties. Wow, that is super impressive. Moving on to probably the most important part of the shoe is obviously this crazy big thick sole. Now let me tell you some features about this sole. So inside the shoe we have 3 components. We have the sock liner, the cork sock liner, which I was talking about. We then have a ramp unit as well, which is kind of like a little cushioning, and this is obviously supposed to help again with comfortability and absorb all that shock. And then we have an EVA unit sole as well, which we have seen before, which is kind of this foamy lightweight sole, which absolutely feels amazing on the foot. And then we have the solid rubber on the outside of the shoe. Of course we have this white, which kind of makes up the whole of the platform, and then we do have the bottom of the sole, which kind of has a lining of this beige color, and then in the middle we have the white. So let's get on to measuring the size of this platform to see how much height it is going to give us. So I'm going to measure from the top of the sock liner of inside the shoe, where I think it is, to the bottom of the shoe. Let's have a go at this. So I would say it is roughly 4.5 centimeters, which is actually a very big platform. That is huge. I will do a try on video so you can see what they look like, but you know, gives you extra height if you are looking for it. After trying these on, I can see why people are going to love them. They are really comfortable, and I feel like they make an everyday kind of shoe that you can kind of just slip on. I feel like the Jordan 1 Low in general, it's kind of like a basic silhouette. This obviously has the platform, but it still is a Jordan 1 silhouette, so it makes it super easy to put on, super easy to put off, and I feel like the colorway goes goes with a lot of things. So sizing wise, this is actually officially a women's shoe. However, I do not see any problem, any issue with a man wearing the shoe. But obviously one thing you have to look out for is sizing. So in normal Jordan 1s in general, usually men's and women's in fact, I usually am a size 7, which is kind of my true to size. For these, I did actually size down a 0.5 size. Obviously these come in women's sizing, so I did get a 6.5. However, I do feel like a 7 would still fit as well. I feel like if you wanted a little bit more room, a 7 would fit, but 6.5 I would say is absolutely perfect. So if you are trying to get these, I would recommend going down a 0.5 size. I purchased these directly off the Nike website and they came in £115. Normal Jordan 1 lows are kind of around the 100 mark, but I feel like it's not a bad price if they're going to be like an everyday shoe for you. And I did go online to pick these up. The grey and white colorway was almost completely sold out, and even this colorway, there was only a few big sizes left. If your size isn't there, I would just kind of keep a daily check because I feel like sizes will probably come back. Overall, I do think these shoes actually look really, really good. I'd absolutely love it as well if they did this colorway in a normal Jordan 1 low as well. I do feel like platforms aren't for everyone. Even some of my platform shoes, I feel like I have to be in a mood or like I have to be wearing a certain outfit to wear them. I kind of prefer normal shoes. I feel like that is what I wear every day. However, I do feel like these are really, really nice and something a little bit different and amazing for summer as well. I'm yet to see anyone wearing these like in the street in real life. However, people are obviously buying them, so they must be really, really popular. So maybe we'll see a lot more people wearing them in summer. Let me know what you guys think about this silhouette. I absolutely love it when Nike drop a new silhouette because I feel like there's just so much discussion to be had about new silhouettes, and I do feel like platforms, it was bound to happen. It was bound to happen at some point. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.